Okay. Hi. Welcome to Falmouth Community Television and the 2018 Falmouth Christmas Parade. I'm Jay Zavala, your co-host, and here with me today from West Falmouth, all the way from West Falmouth, is Barbara Wayan, my co-anchor. Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Jay. Great to be here. Nice day.
It's
I'm just thrilled it's not 20 miles an hour of north wind.
It's either a beautiful sunshiny day because you've just gotten down here on Main Street, or it's mighty, mighty cold if you've been here all morning long getting ready for this wonderful parade that we're going to be seeing today. It's also being broadcast live on around the world by MVY Radio 88.7 FM, and we want to thank them for that. So, Barbara, here we are, 55th Annual Falmouth Chamber of Commerce sponsorship, presentation I should say, of this parade, and it just keeps getting better and better.
It does.
I'm told, I repeat it, it is the best parade in southeastern New England.
Well, having walked it with you this morning, we previewed all the floats coming down. I think people are in for a great treat, don't you?
I think so as well.
Yeah.
Even right now, we can see the beginning of the parade.
Here we go.
And it's always led by the Falmouth Police Department, making certain that they clear the way 1.2 miles from the starting point on Dillingham Avenue all the way down Main Street.
Right.
Right? So we've got some 55 or thereabouts different entries, and they combined in one form or another. I think we can count as many as 95, 94, 95, that number of active citizens and businesses that are participating in this great event.
Right. And we have crib sheets. We need that. When you're up to that level of complexity, you need the crib sheets. So
That's
we'll
right.
be checking on our notes.
So every once in a while, if I drop my eyes down to look at my tabletop, it's because we've got some notes here. We don't want to miss anything. More to the point, we don't want to get it wrong.
Right.
So we want to make sure that you enjoy this, and you'll enjoy it over and over again throughout the month of December when you tune in to Falmouth Community Television, where you get the best in government, the best in education, and the best in civic activities going on in our community.
Perfect.
3 wonderful channels to tune into. We've got wonderful volunteers here on the library lawn helping us put this on. Staff is also pushing the right buttons to make things happen. If your picture seems to fade in and out occasionally, blame it on the weather.
I think one of the things we wanted to mention to Falmouth folks watching on TV, here come our police department, and in particular you'll notice a banner for Stuff a Cruiser, which is the police department's annual drive to provide toys to children who really would otherwise be without. So drop by the police department and donate a gift. It'll make you feel as good as the child receiving your gift.
Absolutely. Or you can call over at the police station and find out where the cruiser is going to be located.
Right.
And you can run on over and help stuff it and fill it up and make a whole bunch of smiling faces in the process.
Yep.
So Barbara, look at the crowd that we have along Main Street.
Wonderful turnout. Just a wonderful turnout.
So
Very gratifying.
We strolled the staging area. A lot of activity down there.
Yep.
And of course, as we were wandering down, we saw the folks lining both sides of the street, and it looks really active and enjoyable.
Yep. I pay particular attention to the really young children because they think this is all magic.
Yeah,
and
indeed.
And it makes us feel young as a
And there's the
result.
Falmouth Police Color Guard.
Yep.
And right behind them, our fire chief, Michael Small. Now we get a view from the other side of the street. And Here comes the Chamber of Commerce, being led by Susan Zavala, the office manager, and there's Michael Kasparian, chairman of the board. These are the board members that help lead the business community. Town crier, our very own David Vieira, and family. His wife Rebecca and daughter Emma.
I do want to give a shout out to Susan Zavala because you recognize that surname. Both of you are active SCTV members and volunteers. Fabulous.
Look at that beautiful antique car.
Yeah.
Right? Who do we have there? Mike Putnam in his lovely antique, helping lead the way. Here comes our town dignitaries, our Board of Selectmen. We all know that our Board of Selectmen are comprised of Sue Moran, Doug Jones, Sam Peterson, Doug Brown, and
Megan English Braga.
That's right, that's right. So I also see some of the other board members in there with them. The board members, they're not all here today, but I'll go through the list of the board members. Jennifer Edwards, Janet Rocha, Jeff Nickerson, Patty Erickson, John Falone, Mark Abbott, Mark Bogosian, David Chapman, Lori Jewett, Chief Ed Dunn, Matt Donovan, from Atria, Stephen Peters, Jim Underdaw. I think I got them all, didn't I?
I think you do.
Yeah. Julian Suso, our town manager, is also should be in that group. Our assistant town manager, Peter Johnson Staub, and our new superintendent of schools, Lori Dower. Here comes
I think we missed Carl Cavosa. Must have been in the limo.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah.
Our town citizen of the year
For 2018. Now, he was in the white tie limo. And here comes the Falmouth High marching band. And the full complement of them are 100 kids who
100
participate.
strong. Wonderful.
Yeah. And they're going to be playing Joy to the World as they come along.
Enjoy. Oh, I'm loving it, Barbara.
It
Might be cold out here today, but they're warming my heart.
And not only that, they have the good grace not to look for, so they're freezing.
That's right. And you'd never guess that these cheerleaders are cold, would you?
Look at those bare legs.
Falmouth High School.
There are 15 cheerleaders, and they go to all the games, as you know.
Their captains, who are their captains, Barbara?
Shannon Groves and Catherine Godusky.
And they're coached by
Gretchen Lennox,
right?
and Elisa Battles.
Ah, Mr. and Miss Clipper.
Aha. Now,
These are the homecoming king and queen,
Yeah.
voted on by the senior. This is Anthony Carson and Abigail Turner.
and voted by teachers and students as best representing the high school. Isn't that fantastic? That tells you good things about
There they
those
are.
kids.
Wave to the crowd.
He's got that royal wave down pat.
They got it down,
It's
right?
all in the wrist.
They've been watching the Royals on TV.
Right.
And it looks like they've got a beautiful
Samoyed.
car, Samoan, right?
Ah.
Here comes the Hallamore horses. The
Lucky.
Hallamore horses, the 8 horses, Clydesdale, they're out of Lakeville, Massachusetts. It's owned by the Hallamore Corporation. Each horse weighs approximately 2,200 pounds, stand 18 and a half hands high, and the average age is somewhere in the vicinity of 8 years.
That means we'll be seeing these gorgeous creatures for several years to come.
Absolutely. They're beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Courtesy, by the way, they're courtesy of the LaRusso family and Cape Cod Aggregate.
Oh, fantastic. What magnificent horses. We're very lucky to have them, and they are really a hallmark of this parade, don't
They
you think?
certainly are. You know, Barbara,
Thanks
the
to the
parade
LaRussos,
is the
yeah.
culmination of the Holiday by the Sea weekend that starts off our holiday season. The first full weekend in December, starting on a Friday night with these caroling down at Nobska Lighthouse.
Yep.
Look at that magnificent beast. I want one.
Good luck on that.
I'll also take a barrel, by the way.
I'll put one under your tree. How about
Thank you
that?
so much.
And for those of you who think that Holidays by the Sea weekend is over, it isn't. I
It's
mean,
the beginning.
obviously, it's the highlight today. This is the culmination of the weekend. But if you got your brochure in with your Falmouth Enterprise, you'll notice there are ongoing events right through December. So
What do we have here? Is this the Y? No, this isn't the YMCA, or is it?
I don't know. Who knows, sweet people? Yes, it is. This
okay.
is the Ymca of Cape Cod.
Right.
And as you know, we're going to have a Y here, which is, they're coming here.
They're coming. So
they called their theme the unwrapping of the YMCA spirit.
Very good, very good. And then we have the Falmouth Dance Academy. 75 to 100 students.
Yeah, this is they're going to take some time to pass because there's different groups and different age groups here.
So what do they have? Ballet, tap, jazz, and
Contemporary
dance.
and aerobics and aerobatics. You see, so this could, what a lively look. They were fun to watch rehearsing up close as we walked by earlier.
So again, I'm Jay Zavala, and this is Barbara Wayan with me. We're bringing you the 2018 Falmouth Christmas Parade.
And you are seeing a large number of dancers from the 100 students of the Falmouth Dance Academy. Look at
Isn't
the
that
age.
wonderful?
Oh, right down to
Isn't that
this
wonderful?
little tot. Wonderful.
So yes, Barbara, we were talking about the Holiday by the Sea weekend starting on Friday evening with Ymca Lighthouse.
Yep.
Then we have the Jingle Jog on Saturday morning.
I know.
It's getting bigger and better every year.
Did you jog?
Oh no, but I jogged to get there to watch. And the kids, of course, Santa came in from the harbor.
Yeah.
What do we have?
Island Queen just did a walkthrough. And this is somebody we didn't see earlier. I'm not honestly sure. Oh, isn't? Oh, this is an old fire engine. This is one of the 3 fire engines.
Part of the emergency response?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's sort of past, present, and future, I guess. Huh?
That's right. That's an antique fire engine.
Yep.
The department has been taking care of us forever, right?
Yep.
They got the CERT 32 vehicle, the emergency response team, Falmouth community, right? All the way. The Community Emergency Response Team is sponsored by the Falmouth Fire and Rescue Department. The CERT team is also needed. The CERT team is made up of volunteers who assist local agencies in times of need. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Across the country, we're finding so much destruction and havoc. And
Yes.
And I'm glad to know that these folks are here to take care of us. Again, if the picture goes in and out occasionally, it's all attributed to the weather that we're getting.
I think that's just happening on our monitor.
It may be.
Yeah,
It may be. It may be just our monitor here. Yep. Very good. What a great group of folks,
Oh,
right?
look at the Smokey the Bear.
There's Smokey. It's only our monitor. Good. Hey, Smokey. Always.
That'll get the attention of youngsters on the street corner.
Well, it's impressive, Barbara, isn't it? The
Yeah,
quality
it is.
We have the antique, but of course we've got all of the gear and the folks that know what they're doing,
Right.
and they got the.
The talent and the infrastructure.
That's very well said. Absolutely. I also want a couple of those bells and horns that they've got. I mean,
Well, that's what I was saying. The kids are paying close attention now
Sure.
to who's coming down the street.
in the middle of summer, I could use one of those horns. To
What
get,
for?
Well, sort of get a clear path down Main Street.
Now, I think as a resident, a longtime resident, Jay, that you know the back roads.
We won't say another
right.
word.
We won't. We don't tell.
To be a responsible citizen in Falmouth, you keep that to yourself. You don't share that with the world.
Out again.
Oh, great. I know we got a little lull
lull.
in the process.
Yeah, we do.
Somebody slowed down and it grew. In the process, let's talk a little bit about what the Chamber of Commerce is doing here to support not only the business community, but it's also the community connection. it brings all of these organizations and volunteers and nonprofits and for-profits together to start off the season and make certain that our residents and visitors and guests all know that Falmouth is a great spot to start the holiday season, both in terms of celebration,
Right,
as well as finding their way through the marketplace of opportunities that are here.
I know. Well, you know, one of the things I would remark is I'll call myself a volunteer to the chamber. Having worked with Jay on the centennial a couple of years ago now,
That's
I
right.
bet a lot of people watching right now don't know that the chamber is in fact over 100 years old.
Absolutely. It is the oldest chamber of commerce on Cape Cod.
Correct. So there's lots to be proud of here, including a really active chamber. I think it's wonderful. It's so engaged.
Right. And to that point, Barbara, to remind everybody, it's not the chamber itself. The chamber is representative of its membership.
Yes.
And so it is the businesses, the volunteers, the nonprofits, the organizations that are all part of the chamber, and they come through the chamber to work together collectively and collaboratively for the betterment of Falmouth.
Well, and I think this Christmas parade demonstrates that. To repeat, you know, something you said at the beginning, because it bears repeating, we're talking about over 50 organizations participating, and over I think 94 was the last count, a number of individuals
Right.
as well, who are in the parade and making this a really fun day for everybody.
For everybody. You're quite right. So, you know, the expectation was that we were going to have no wind today, no breeze at all.
I know, and
What-
that went away.
What am I feeling here on the back of my neck? A little bit of the harbinger of the winter ahead?
Yeah, I think I'm grateful for this band I put on, because you would not be able to see me because my hair would be running around all over the place. Anyway, so I think, though, that you'll notice, Jay, that most people on Main Street are bundled up
Oh,
appropriately.
yeah, absolutely.
I think that means they're repeat visitors, don't you?
Well, I was telling some of my guests from out of town that New Englanders are a hardy bunch.
Yeah.
The caveat to that is if they've got gloves,
Yes.
hats,
Yes.
scarves, hand warmers, boots,
Yeah.
socks, and the rest of it.
And then you mock visitors who weren't your visitors from Texas?
Yes, indeed.
I think that's pretty darn startling, don't you, to them? They weren't looking.
That's right.
That's not what they had in mind.
That's right. So it's nice to bring guests into our
But you
community.
know, I did notice a lot of license plates from out of state around town this weekend. And that's gratifying, because it means that we are an attraction when we're, you know, let's just say beachless.
That's well put. I like that, when we are beachless.
You know, it doesn't matter, because look what else is going on. It's all of the great things at Highfield celebration. I mean, there's so much to see this
The
weekend.
Museum on the Green had a great exhibit all weekend long, inviting guests into their marketplace. I know the Falmouth Chorale had a
Yep.
wonderful session this past weekend, and they're also going to be performing today.
Yep.
The Barnabas Church, the congregation, all of the churches in the community are involved and have programs going on as
Yep.
well. All of the civic organizations have things happening. Shoreway Acres is they have a gingerbread making
I didn't know about
Got
that
a couple
one.
sittings over the weekend as well.
Little
So-
kids love that gingerbread making.
little kids?
Oh my God.
Boy,
Well, okay.
turn me loose.
Okay.
We'll just say short kids and that'll include me.
On the contrary here.
You know, this is called the theme of this year's parade is Unwrap the Magic of Falmouth.
And I noticed when we were doing the preview of the floats that a number of floats took that general theme and then sort of massaged the wording.
That's right.
So that it applied to their floats, and we encourage that because it shows how directly they're trying to fit in with the spirit of this particular parade.
Well, as they sign up to participate in the parade, the chamber offers a couple of guiding documents that makes it easy for them to tell us who they are, what they do, the what, why, when, where,
Yep.
and who.
Yep.
That gives us some information that you and I can then use to introduce them to the audience. And of course,
I can hear drums. That's
drums,
a good sign.
let's hope it's a good sign.
Yeah.
Because in some of the movies I've watched, when you start to hear the drums, it may not be a good
Yes.
thing, right?
Dramatic music in the background.
If truth be told, it's usually when I'm watching football games anyway that I hear the drummers and whatnot.
I see.
You know, yeah.
I never took you for a football game.
Absolutely.
Is that the southern experience in you? 'Cause
Well,
it's-
it may be. I think
Yeah.
Watching LSU perform
Yeah.
and the
Football is
Alabama.
so
and
big in the South.
Yeah, yep, it certainly is.
So
And of
big.
course, my sons were always engaged in those
Some form,
activities,
yeah.
so one form or another. So I'm here to tell you though, but the theme of Unwrap the Magic of Falmouth,
Yep.
the magic of Falmouth are the men
Put a
and
lid on that.
are the
Yeah.
folks that live in our community.
I know.
That's the real magic of our town.
I think we're really blessed with such an active, giving, engaged, supportive community. I'm very grateful for that. You know, Thanksgiving may have come and gone, but that's what I'm grateful for.
It's nice to be a part of that, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Yeah. It's nice to call Falmouth home. Well, I adopted Falmouth. I'm a native of Colorado and got here by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. I know when that purgative phrase is used, wash the shore, I remind everybody, no, not me. I was dragged overland.
You never fail to crack me up. Well, I'm a washed ashore too. I'm Canadian originally, then by way of the Boston area, and then totally grateful that we came here over 20 years ago.
And I'm grateful that you and John are a part of this community.
Well,
Makes it
likewise.
better for all of us. For the listening audience, Barbara is the founder and the first president of the Falmouth Preservation Alliance, an organization that, as I initially was going to comment, is she preserves the past,
So we can, preserve
For the future.
For the future.
right?
Yep. So much of our character here has stemmed from the last 300 years.
That's it.
So let's be grateful for 300 years of foundation on
Right.
what we're enjoying now.
So now we save our past for our future.
Now, guess what that dramatic noise was? I have good news for you.
Oh, isn't this
It is
exciting?
not bad.
Not
It
at
is
all.
on
Here they
prayer.
come. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Direct from Boston.
Now, aren't we lucky? I love this. Here we have the lion dance, which is a traditional Chinese dance being acted out by a number of young people in costume. And the moves, for the viewing audience, the moves are to emulate the moves of a lion. So you'll see the creeping and the moving is and apparently going in for prey. They snatched a small child.
They did. The lion dancers are compliments of the new Peking Palace
yeah.
restaurant. Sharon Hong and her crew, they used them for their grand opening recently, and they brought them back from Boston for this occasion to be a part of the greater community Christmas parade. The lion, by the way, is symbolic of these types of occasions, celebratory in nature, new business openings, good luck and good fortune, and they certainly are demonstrative, aren't they?
Yep. And colorful.
Very colorful.
This is very possibly the most colorful presentation we're going to see. That's great because they're right close to the kids on either side. The little children are having a ball with this. Now look at who's coming up here.
And they
Falmouth.
sing.
Yep.
They sing so beautifully with the Taekwondo.
Yeah, I
group.
know. That
Isn't
was an accident. So we have Falmouth Taekwondo represented here. Hey, look, high kicking. I could use some of that dexterity. And a number of children. We've got children and adults. And the master instructor, he's called, Mike Cudwell, has been teaching for over 30 years. So if anybody's interested in what is another name for Korean karate, they should be in touch with Falmouth Taekwondo. Oh,
Is
and
this Cape Cod
the
Winery?
winery, yes.
The winery.
Yeah, which it moved a couple of years ago.
You mentioned how so many clubs are using the theme in one form or another of,
Yes.
of Unwrap the magic of Falmouth.
Yes.
What is theirs?
This is a good one. Uncork the magic of Falmouth.
Clever. That's very well done.
Very clever.
Very clever.
And the winery is open for public business from April to December. They have a tent, and you can go up there for wine tastings. It's really a kind of a
Way
neat
to go,
experience.
Unmask the magic of love. Unwrap the magic of love.
And this is St. Barnabas's take on the theme.
How clever.
Unwrap the love, isn't that? And with all the presents, and you have little children, what could be a nicer combination?
Good. What a nice way.
Yeah.
Look at those great kids.
Yeah. Super.
Join us for more magic.
Magic. Yeah. Nice. I hope they won't mind the expression. They have a nice rear end. Look
I
at
think
that.
they'd appreciate it.
Isn't that just
That's beautiful.
so smart to have something, because so many people are tied up in watching as things go by, and they didn't forget to leave us a lovely view.
I think we had the people for cats just walked by
Oh, they
a
did
moment
get by?
ago. They sort of got caught
I'm
in the
sorry,
middle there.
yeah.
But the people for cats are definitely part of the parade group as
Yeah.
well.
They're
Now,
a no-kill shelter. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, and it's totally run by volunteers.
It is. That part I didn't
Yeah.
know. They're a great organization. Here we have what is that? A dance fitness
uh-huh.
with
Dance Fitness with Donna.
With
and
Donna
that is
at
at Uptown Body. We were just
right.
Right near Uptown Body.
And here they have Unwrap the Magic
Look,
of Dance.
And they are unwrapping the magic of dance. Look at them go. All ages. All ages. Some people have more rhythm than others, and that's why they're dancing, and I'm sitting here. The Cape Cod 5 just gave us a banner.
Wonderful sponsor of the
Yep,
parade.
Yep.
Has been for many years.
Yes, they have been a solid citizens, haven't they?
A lot of energy. A lot of energy.
Whoa. Whoops, I messed. It's my hand warmer. That was a large dancing group. I am impressed.
So now,
If you're going to be part of anything in a parade on a cold day, dance.
Exactly. This is the Black Dog and Friends of Falmouth Dogs. They're
Collaborating.
Their motto is living life off the leash. So we have 12 dogs and walkers today. The original Black Dog was born in Falmouth and has been sharing its magic for over 50 years.
Wow. Wow.
What a great group. My own dog is Ella. She's at home watching us on television.
Cape Cougars. This is your soft. These.
This is the next one.
I don't know where they are. Shall I tear it out and wait?
Yeah, let's hold on to that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And right now in front of us we have the Cape Cod Senior Softball. Yeah.
I love their name.
This is the Cape
Codgers. That's self-deprecating humor,
Right. Cape Codger Senior Softball.
Whoops. Well, now we have a couple we didn't see before. A number of got onto one truck, and now we have Neighborhood of Falmouth coming up. And we all know Neighborhood Falmouth as a nonprofit serving seniors, many of whom need basic things: a drive to a doctor, a drive to the bank, friendly bridge games, lots of service that they give so willingly by volunteers.
Sure. And now we have the Lawrence School Band performing. The ones that we missed a little bit earlier is the Cape Destination Transportation. Their motto is safety first.
Look at the size of this participation again, Jay. I find it so gratifying. There are apparently 115 children.
7th and 8th graders, right?
Yep, from
Yep.
Lawrence School, right now in that band. Bless them.
And they sound great.
And they sound great
How
because I
wonderful
can
is
hear
that?
them in the background.
Absolutely.
And now Dalpy Septic just went by,
So they're pulling.
and they refer to their theme as unwrapping the magic of a name you can trust. There
Very
you
good.
go. A little
Okay.
self-promotion, but that's pretty clever.
MMAD.
I think we missed them.
Did we miss MMAD?
Yeah, because so unfortunately what happens is
Who do we
some
have?
things come by without sufficient signage on them.
Well, you know, the way the parade works, nobody's turned down, so folks come in and
Yep.
they become a part of it, and they're moved around from one spot to another.
I think
And
this
so
is MMAD.
MMAD,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Another sponsor coming in.
I thought this was the entertainment group.
Is this SLM Entertainment?
I'm good. See what happens if we don't get signage?
Right. Sometimes the absence of
I'm
signage
not
makes
sure.
it
That
rather
doesn't-
difficult.
I don't. They had big speakers on before, so I'm skeptical that it's them. I'm going to take that out, and we're going to just wait a moment to see. Oh, I love that Christmas tree. Who's this?
And who is
Oh,
the
dear.
sponsor there?
I can't make it out on
It's
the
difficult to say.
the banner is floating away from us. I think the cameras will have. Oh, now this is the new urgent care.
Urgent Care MD, right? This is one of the newer businesses in town and a member of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
They're located on Main Street, Davisville, excuse me, not Davisville.
Davis Straits. At that point, isn't it? It's all across from
Yes.
Cappy's
yes,
and the gas
on
station. And,
Dillingham at Davis Strait.
Yep.
This is the soccer club, the Falmouth Soccer Club, youth soccer.
Our monitor's kicking in and out, folks, so forgive us when
It
we.
is a spring soccer
Yep,
club
we missed the.
ages 8 to 18.
Yep. And guess what's coming next? One of my super favorite
Everybody's
elements.
favorite.
Oh my gosh.
Brian Baru Pipe Band. Barbara, tell us a little bit about them.
Oh, Scottish pipes. You don't have to be a Scot, do you? to
No,
love
indeed.
them?
We're all Scots at that
Yeah,
moment.
Yeah. And this band has played, or part of it, has played at the beginning of town meetings.
Sure.
There's several town meetings, and they play for various ceremonies.
Highland pipe and drum.
Yeah. Oh, major play. They're out in their kilts. You know, in Scotland, it is reputed there is nothing under
Stop.
the kilt. But I'm suspicious that on a day like today, it's a short version of long johns under those kilts. Cut off at the knee,
If they're smart.
if they're smart.
Oh, I love their music. I love it. They're big favorites.
And
You
look,
can hear the crowd.
and again, we have different ages represented. I love the fact that we have so many people show up from really tiny tykes to serious senior age.
You know-
Everybody's here.
right. I bet my friends from Texas are really enjoying the pipe band as they come by. You don't have much of it in Texas.
No.
Who do we have here? Big yellow.
I think this
Is that NASA
probably-
Disposal?
It is.
I would think so. That's right.
And so now they've they've done a little something here to make it Christmassy. I guess we would say they have a sleigh-like element in their
Following
in
right
their-
behind
yeah.
their truck.
and the reindeer element. I think this is Mahoney's, and Mahoney's we all know here.
The garden
But
center, right?
The garden center. I was I used to live in Winchester, Mass, and that's where the original Mahoney's was.
Oh, is that right?
Yep. And then
Oh,
they
wow.
came down to Cape Cod and spread out and are doing a phenomenal job of supporting.
Well, they're
our
good community,
very good community supporters.
community-minded
Yeah.
folks. It's good to have them as part of the
They-
parade.
The magic of Falmouth, they said on their float, it's beauty.
Beautiful, huh?
That's what the magic
Nice.
is. Oh, look at the ponies. I don't think we were expecting them, but
So-
they are part of the Smithfield Farm presentation.
And
they-
that must be part of their
Yeah.
AW training.
Yeah. Isn't that great? We didn't know,
Nope,
when the ponies weren't there earlier.
There are surprise. There are
For
surprise presents.
I love that. They are a surprise present. So first we have ponies. You know something? I wasn't looking carefully enough, so I don't want somebody to call in to FCTV, but some of them might have been miniature horses, not just ponies.
I'm sure
But,
they
you
were.
know, the
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
And here we have riders on full-fledged ones.
They're located here in Falmouth on Sandwich Road.
Yep. And they do a lot of different training. I mean, some of it is if you just want to learn the basics, all the way through to competing. If young people become serious, they can go all the way to the nationals, depending on the points that
That's very
they
interesting.
accrue.
Many disciplines and types of
Yeah.
horses.
Oh, yes. Now we have Mike Duffany's press comes by. Mike, again, a huge supporter, community supporter, very philanthropic company. Falmouth Youth Hockey League, and look at them on their practice skates, we'll call them.
Establishing-
They're rolling through town.
Rolling through, exactly. They were established in 1967, right here in Falmouth.
They must have, that must have been a good crowd. I would say at least 50 to 75 kids rolled through
Yeah,
there.
well, their
right?
motto is the tradition continues.
And now, of course, we have that great arena.
The curling club, no doubt. We have the Falmouth Ice-Breaking, of course.
Celebrating their 50th anniversary.
Very good.
Another
very good.
another long-standing participant. There was one funny when we were going down, looking at the preview. There, I noticed one woman had as a joke, of course, an inflatable curling stone as part of her cap. So she was
I
wearing-
bet that was, that's clever.
And here are the little kids pushing. They're learning how to push.
Right indeed. The
Look.
Cape Cod Curling Club.
Yeah. See, look there. You
There
see
they
her?
are.
Isn't that
There
adorable?
she is, right.
Great sense of humor from a lot of people. See a Scottish tradition in that with the kilts
Is
there.
that right?
Yes, a couple of people with kilts. But I think they had leggings
Cape Cod
on.
Pride.
Cape Cod Pride, our LGBTQ community, is out in force. Good for everybody.
What do we
to
have?
support.
Justice and equity for all.
They're unwrapping their pride.
Oh, very good.
Okay, who do we have coming up next here, Jay? I think this must
That must
Yeah.
be
Yes. This is
radio station.
Cape Country 104 radio and 90.9.
99.9.
Yeah, 90, or did we say 99.9.
I'm glad they joined us.
Offered music, which is interesting.
Very good.
There's carrying
You'll
a
have to
banner
catch the
that
corner.
we didn't see.
Right?
Not everybody's standing out in the cold for a couple of hours beforehand.
So there should be the New England Ballet Theater coming through.
Oh yes.
Is
Now-
that right? The
yeah.
Alice in Wonderland?
And I asked where they were performing because you can tell that they've got the costumes, the sets, everything. And this
Right.
is so thorough, isn't it?
Dance,
And
smile,
yep.
love it.
And they said that they're performing at Lawrence School.
Very
Yep.
nice. Very nice. Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and that'll
indeed.
be in June. So they're all, think of it, the choreography, all the work is going on now, and that performance will be in June.
Right.
And this is Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts. So we have Scout's motto is be prepared.
Yep.
We have many Scout units, more than many other towns on Cape Cod. Scout, let's see, Cub Scout Pack 39.
1, 2, 3 Cub Scout units.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 Boy Scout units.
Excellent. Good to see them all out and enjoying the parade.
And I didn't know about this. This is, my grandkids are too old now.
So this-
but they have a venture crew and a Sea Scout ship.
So this one is the combined Scout contingent is led by the Falmouth Scout Honor Guard.
That's terrific. And all the
Those are the
adults who help with the
Scoutmasters.
mentoring and isn't that great?
Right? To make our community better. Who do we have?
Oh,
Center,
this-
is that the Center for Autism?
Yep.
CARD in Mashpee,
Yep.
providing top quality evidence-based autism excuse me treatment.
And what's neat about theirs, one of the organizers was telling me that all of their decorations were created by their clients who range mostly from 2 to 17. They have some adult autism clients, but all that work that you see on that float happened from those kids.
The theme, is that their theme?
Yeah, they have a Candyland theme that they're unmasking their sweet tooth.
Oh, nice, nice. What a lovely group.
I'm not sure who all these folks are now, but apparently some of the little kids know where the cameras are. It's really cute.
Lovely.
We have a couple of groups in here that weren't sitting, they weren't in line, Jay. So
During the staging process?
Yeah.
Right. Here we have the Shriners, right?
Yes.
And of course they support the Shriners Hospital. So we got the train, we've got the golf carts, and they've joined us for many years. This is the Aleppo Shriner
Lodge.
clowns.
They're coming up. Look, little car coming up.
I think I've seen that motorist more than once in our community.
You recognized him under his makeup, and I didn't.
Uh-huh. How great is that? Welcome, welcome.
Well, what a worthy cause. If there's any way that
They are
people
so philanthropic.
don't
yes.
know that Shriners Hospital takes children who are suffering from a wide variety of birth defects and cancer, just a heartbreaking set of things that can happen to young kids, and they take them in regardless of ability to pay.
Right.
I mean, what
Right.
a relief for families. And their clowns, I think we could easily say, are pretty darn sophisticated. One is on stilts.
The Wilmington.
Aleppo clowns. Aren't they fantastic? Look,
They come out of West Boylston.
what a wonderful set of people. And here's First Student. This is a transportation provider that transports all of Falmouth Public School
Right.
students. So they
And their motto, or their theme for the year is transporting the magic of Falmouth.
Right, it's not going to happen. Obviously, they know the magic is in the people. Chapman, Cole, and Gleason, the local funeral home, has just gone by with a banner. Falmouth Toyota.
Another member of the chamber.
And
sponsor.
another pipe band.
Right. Another pipe band, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I let's see who we have.
I can barely make it out. They Falmouth Toyota sponsored them, and unfortunately the banner is waving a bit. So apologies on my part.
What do we have? You might be able to make it out on the drum.
Wow.
Sure
We'll try again.
Sure would like to acknowledge them.
They're in one part. It looks almost like a black
Oh, it's
watch
great to
from
have
here.
them in it. Who do we have?
Highland Light Scottish Pipe Band
Oh, great.
of Cape Cod. Oh,
Very
that's
good.
a much better representation.
We were able to identify them and thank them for being a part of our parade. Lovely, lovely.
The work that people put in, just so you have a glimpse of them, for a couple of minutes. It's amazing. Now look at the size of this representation of our Cape Verdean community. Jay.
Right.
How
Unwrapped
gratifying.
Falmouth Lighthouse, what is it? Lighthouse and seafood. And to coincide with the theme of Christmas, right?
And
It's one of the oldest clubs in Falmouth that have been in existence since 1941, starting in a barber shop on Sandwich Road, holding meetings and raising funds for the club. The organization sent clothing, backpacks, books, and school supplies annually to the Cape Verdean Islands.
I love that float, which is it shows a lot of spots in Falmouth that we're familiar with.
It does indeed.
Yeah. Now we have the Ski and Sports Club. This was interesting because I had only known them as a ski club, but they have bicycling. And in one of the organizers said we have electric bikes. If you don't want to pedal too hard, take an electric bike. And they have all kinds of other things going on.
They won first place in their category last year.
Yeah. No wonder they're huge. And they're snowboarding, they're cross-country skiing, kayaking,
And
canoeing.
bike and barging.
Whoops. Now
What do we have?
this was a cute little entry of the Upper Cape pet sitting. They'll do in-home pet sitting, or walk your dog. And look at that. They got a whole scat of little animals on top. So we're pretty clear who they are. And then we have, whoops.
This is
the Lions. It's not the Freemasons, right?
No, it isn't.
Here, let me take this out because that's out of order.
So this is the
Falmouth-
Lions Club.
Oh, they weren't kidding. People at home should know when we were going by to preview all the floats lined up, they said, "Oh, we have an inflatable lion." And I thought, why haven't they got it blown up by now? But look at the size of it, Jay. No wonder.
Took a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
This is District 33-6. 101 years of Lion International here in Falmouth. Let's see here.
And what a worthwhile group. They empower volunteers to serve their communities. They're a service organization.
They help to give sight by conducting vision screening,
Yes.
equipping hospitals and clinics, and distributing medicine.
I think that's one of their prime focal points, isn't
Right,
it?
indeed.
And this is a missionary group called Mark of the Promise going by.
Their theme is One Way Jesus.
And as you could possibly hear, we're being treated to the Solfege a cappella choir, who are part of a group. I asked, where could we find you? And they said, oh, we're part of Falmouth High School.
Yeah, they are.
So they're singing as they go
Isn't that
by.
great?
16 of them in their group.
Another
Road
sponsorship
race.
banner from the
Yeah.
Falmouth Road Race. Great contributor
this
to
is-
many nonprofits. And was that the Freemasons that were coming through?
I don't know. Who had the reindeer's heads? That might have been the...
Who do we
That
have
might
in the
be
school
Freemasons.
bus? That wouldn't be the old.
Nope.
This is Delphi. Delphi?
Cape Cod Child Development on the bus. That I would say that's the reason they don't have another sign. Is that's who they are. Here's Dalpy. Here's Dalpy, and they are sponsoring the belonging to each other which is the wonderful nonprofit we have, which seeks to move homeless people to homes.
The magic of caring.
And they called it for the magic of caring. That they wanted to expand it. It's the magic of caring for homeless to the home. They want to emphasize that movement of people to real housing is what they're all about.
So through caring volunteers, they change a lot of people's lives.
Yep.
Cavose Excavating is also
Yep.
a sponsor, and of course we know that Carl Cavose is Citizen of the Year 2018.
Right. They've come out full blast with a full
You want to
float
pull
there.
that
Yeah.
one out? We've already gone through
Coming
it.
up. We haven't seen them. And Cape Cod Hotel, we did. Okay. So we have, what happens, folks?
And we saw this one.
Yeah, and what happens, folks, at the last minute is a couple of them get moved around. Here's Seacrest, one of our favorite, that was all Cape Towing going by. Seacrest Beach Hotel.
And their theme is the magic of Falmouth.
Through Seacrest. That was a little self-promotion.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to speak to Clark about that.
Waterfront Cape Cod Resort.
Year round.
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
Lest people think that you have to have a beach. And, what is this?
Wonderful. All right.
That's our Seacrest folks.
Good
Yeah.
folks. Good
Yeah.
folks. Great to see
Nice
them.
big group.
Like to see them participating in all things Falmouth.
Now this is a cute way of talking about wildlife management. And I spoke to the person driving their van. They are an ultra-humane group that helps people with critters that, particularly raccoons and skunks.
Right.
And we tend to look at them as nuisances. They get into garbage or they spray us or whatever. But this is a humane group that recognizes, guess what? They live here too.
They do indeed.
There's Longfellow. Oh, they've got their raccoons and their skunks in. Isn't that the
Beautiful. Beautiful. All under control.
All under control.
All under management, I should say.
Here's Mass Maritime
The Mass
Academy.
Maritime Academy.
Yeah.
What do they have? Some 100 participants, and they got a great website to visit. They're over in Buzzards Bay. Let's listen to them.
A source of great pride for us, aren't they?
They are indeed.
Wonderful young men and women who join the academy and go on to careers, not just, by the way, in the military.
Oh, absolutely.
Lots and lots of NGOs and civil.
Their ranks are filled in the merchant marines and in commerce.
Yep. Wow, that's excellent music. Look at the contingent now of young people.
Future leaders of our country.
Exactly. We have a number of banners coming by, Northeast Insurance. So many companies just want you to know that they are active members of the community.
That's right.
I think this is inspiration.
I had one of our friends tell us that his son, when he was the first time in the parade, turned to his father and said, Dad, aren't you proud of me? Just a little fella with great memories.
Oh,
Dad, aren't
really?
you? Yes, aren't you proud of me? I'm in the Falmouth Christmas parade.
Now this is, Jay, you know about
Who do we have this?
AMVETs. The AMVETs.
Oh, the AMVETs,
They
sure.
have quite actually, I think it's going pretty slowly.
Yeah.
Because we saw quite a number of them. So
Sure,
maybe
their roots go back to 1944 when veteran volunteers first began helping veterans of World War II obtain the benefits promised them by the federal government. Falmouth AMVET Post 70 was established in 1948 and stands as the last remaining veterans post in Falmouth.
well, that way they can say not last, but only.
Only,
right?
that's right.
The only, that makes them a singular asset to us.
They're a community partner for sure.
Oh, they sure are.
They've partnered with the Police Federation, Wings for Falmouth Families, Falmouth Elks, and the Upper Cape Spartans.
To raise funds.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean,
And who do we have?
this is all the AMVETs.
All the AMVETs.
The whole thing. All
Yeah, wonderful.
I can say that I was blown away because I'm not a judge. I'm not, right?
Right.
I'm not tainting the judging, but look at the size of that float.
What a great float. Absolutely. What a wonderful way to start wrapping up with the parade. Wave, wave, wave.
I don't think we knew they were going to have a snow spurting machine.
There's the snow we've been looking for, right?
Yeah.
And right behind them comes the white tie tram
Yeah.
with the
that
parade
trolley.
volunteers.
Yeah.
And we've got to thank them for they spent an entire year planning and preparing for this
Wonderful.
one day.
Wonderful.
All of the Holiday by the Sea activities, compliments of a hardworking crew of volunteers of the Chamber. Many of them are members of the Chamber, and others are just citizens of the community that want to be a part of something great and wonderful. The parade committee, they certainly I can tip my hat to them.
Beautiful trolley too, isn't it?
And what do we have coming right behind them? A couple of shovel picker-uppers. Gosnold, of course. They won the President's Award last year, and they have the privilege of bringing the wonder of Santa to Falmouth. Our own Santa Claus is bringing it up.
He's being chauffeured in a
Being-
beautiful carriage drawn by two horses.
There's Santa Claus.
He doesn't mind the weather.
Not at all, not one bit. For him, it's a warm day for sure. Very nice, very, very nice. Barbara, I can guarantee you, the hard work we're putting in this morning, we are not going to get a chunk of coal. Not under our Christmas
Oh, I
tree.
was wondering because my stocking had this funny shape right in the bottom. So you're saying I don't have to worry that
You're
it's
good to
cold.
go.
Oh, good.
I'll put in a good word for you if you'll do likewise for me.
I never have to, Jay.
Right. This is great.
This has been a
This
delightful
is
way
wonderful.
to spend
What
a
a
morning.
lovely parade. This was a 1.2 miles of Main Street that gets taken care of once a year. I know right now at the end of the parade we got folks cleaning up, and so the 55th annual parade presented by the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, which is the 2018 Falmouth Christmas Parade, is now over.
Delightful.
So the-
Delightful.
So now that means that the season has begun, and we invite you to join in, participate, enjoy, and please shop locally. In closing, we want to thank the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce for its many members and volunteers, the Falmouth Police Department, Falmouth Public Works,
Yep.
our Board of Selectmen and Town Managers, artist Karen Ronaldo, corporate sponsors, event sponsors, the Falmouth Village Association, Friends of Nobska Lighthouse, have to keep going on, and our parade participants. Finally, we want to thank Falmouth Community Television, Executive
Absolutely.
Director and CEO Deb Rogers, a great, wonderful staff, our awesome volunteers, for bringing this program to you. I'm Jay Zavala.
And Barbara Wayand.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So, see you again. Ho, ho, ho!